So here's what this song is. I would just preface it by saying that there was a wonderful couple that lived in Myrtle Beach. They lived into their 90s. That was Ralph and Stella Hernandez, and they lived down in, I think it was Tampa or St. Petersburg, Florida, and they heard about Baba, and that's a different story. But they came up here in 1956, and Stella, she wasn't quite into anticipating Baba as much as Ralph was. And she thought, I'll go up to Myrtle Beach, and he's just observing silence. It can't take that long, and then we'll go out into Myrtle Beach and do some shopping and have some fun. So she kind of, doesn't say anything. She had, but so they came onto the center. They were up by where the refectory is now, and they headed down that path down toward the lagoon cabin. And as they were coming down the hill, they saw Baba walk by, and they were breathless. They had never seen a being like Baba. His skin was translucent, and they just stopped. And Baba kind of went. Baba went by the lagoon cabin, and the original kitchen, then went down the steps and apparently across the bridge. So Ralph was so overcome that he went down, eventually went down by the boathouse, and he was walking by trying to process this experience of what he saw. And at one of the times he turned around, and Baba was coming across the bridge, and he saw Baba coming, and Baba looked at him, and he just was so overcome. He was weeping, and he never did anything like that. Anyway, Baba went up the steps into the lagoon cabin, and a little while later there was a call for Ralph and Stella to come in and meet Baba for the first time, and along with some other couples from Florida. So they went into the lagoon cabin, and the introductions are going on. I think there were 3 couples, and Ralph was still kind of overcome and everything. And Baba turned to Ralph at one point and said, "Do you have something to say?" That's how Ralph would say, "Do you have something to say?" And Ralph said, "Baba, when I saw you on the bridge, you just took my breath away." And Baba said, "I take very little, and I give you the infinite ocean of love." So that's, I say that by way of introduction. We're kind of cramped in the corner here. Can you hear the guitar? Go through it again. Okay.
Sometimes it amazes me how strong the power of love can be. Sometimes you just take my breath away. You watch my love growing like a child, sometimes gentle and sometimes wild. Sometimes you just take my breath away. It's so good to talk about, so good to heal. For once in my life I've found love that's real. I'm gonna stand on a mountaintop and shout how I feel. You just take my breath away. Your beauty is there in all I see, and when I feel your eyes on me, don't you know you just take my breath away. My life is yours, my heart will be singing for you eternally. Don't you know you just take my breath away? It's you that I long for, it's your love I need. You who this song's for, to you I plead. I'm gonna sing till I die, gonna nurture your seed. Yes, you take my breath away. Sometimes it amazes me how strong the power of love can be. Oh, don't you know you just take my breath away? My life is yours, my heart will be singing for you eternally. And sometimes you just take my breath away. It's so good to talk about, so good to heal. For once in my life I've found love that's real. I'm gonna stand on a mountaintop and shout how I feel. Don't you just take my breath away.
Jai Baba. Oh, is that the same key? I could barely make that. Okay. Oh my God. Hey Bill, did you sing a song on the previous arti?
Yes, Jeff, I did too, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
Yeah.
We still might, if you're still around, we may get you to do another one.
Okay.
I've got a few quotes I might read just to stimulate Michael Child's brain. Okay. I think this might be what's his name? Chardin. I'm blanking out on his first name. Anyway.
K.R.D. Chardin.
K.R.
Yeah. J.E.T.R.
That's right. If you were to be united with him only after the extinction of your vices and the effacement of your pretensions, you would never be united with him. Instead, when he wants to unite you to himself, he covers your attribute with his attribute and hides your quality with his quality. And thus he unites you to himself by virtue of what comes from him to you, not by virtue of what goes from you to him. Audible?
Yeah, it was beautiful, Jeff.
Beautiful, Jeff.
Okay, I got this is a description of Rumi's master Shams and himself. He said, "There's no difference between the beloved and myself. We are like two lanterns set out side by side in the night. We appear to be separate, but see, our light is one." I'll read that again. "There is no difference between the beloved and myself. We are like two lanterns set out side by side in the night. We appear to be separate, but see, our light is one." And this is for Brad here. This is, this is a little bit of a biography of Brad here. He used to be a dragon hunter, I just tell you that. A dragon hunter went to the mountains to trap a dragon. He searched everywhere and finally discovered the frozen body of a great dragon buried in snow high up one of the tallest peaks. The man, Bradley, dragged the body to Baghdad and exhibited it on the bank of a river, claiming he had slain it single-handedly. Hundreds of people came to see the dragon, but as the Baghdad sun gradually warmed the body, it began to stir, slowly coming out of its winter hibernation. The people screamed and stampeded, and many were killed, including the dragon hunter, who was devoured in a single gulp. The dragon is your ego nature, which is not dead. It is merely frozen. Don't let it out in the sun of Baghdad. Keep your dragon dormant in the snow of self-discipline. But luckily, Baba intervened and brought Bradley back to life. And Baba himself slayed the dragon. Let's see. Oh, this is an interesting one. Something to be pondered. This is from Baba. Feelings and emotions are only the creations of mind and energy. Love is the creation of the soul. I'll read that one again. This is a deep hint about our inner dynamic. Feelings and emotions are only the creation of mind and energy. Love is the creation of the soul. Emotions get mixed up with love. That's okay. Here's one. In the howling storm of love, what is the intellect but a mere gnat? In the howling storm of love, what is the intellect but a mere gnat? Since intellect only incites pride and vanity, become a fool lost and astounded in love of him. That's Rumi.
Can you do
And
that one again?
yeah. Whew. In the howling storm of love, what is the intellect but a mere gnat? You know, since intellect only incites pride and vanity, become a fool lost and astounded in love of him. I like the image of a gnat can't get anywhere in a howling storm. It's not a time to go out. I'll finish with, oh wait, here's another great one from Rumi. Don't turn your head. Keep looking at the bandaged place. That's where the light enters you. And don't believe for a moment that you are healing yourself. Don't turn your head. Keep looking at the bandaged place. That's where the light enters you. And don't believe for a moment that you are healing yourself.
Wonderful.
The light comes in through the wound, as Rumi said. One last one. This is Baba. In that moment, when your obsession for God goes beyond all limits, you will see his glory right in front of your eyes. How can I tell you, O heart, what you will become when you lose the ego? You yourself, the lover, will become the beloved. He came and whispered in my ear the secret behind the veil. I will become all yours when you become all mine. Baba wrote that, I think, when he was around 19. So, let's see. Michael, can you give us a few poems just to start out? Are you ready yet?
There, I can do it.
Guzzle M. What is the purpose of life? What is the meaning of it all? Why do people kill each other? Why do children play? What did you do today and yesterday? And did you know that whales beach themselves and die? That particles of dust make you sneeze? Why and why and where and why and what and why and how? This is the quid pro quo that forms the quilt work of our lives. The conversations that fill the mind, the questions that kill the heart, the empty, mindless, time-consuming words and deeds that inch us closer to the bleak and frightening end that is the final answer to the question, why? Friend, you are not to be found in these perturbations of the mind. You are found between the cracks of thought when the mind is stilled by paradox. Lover of mine, you hold my chin with your thumb and forefinger. Looking deep into my eyes, I see your boundless love. Bedazzled, I forget to even ask you when.
Great. Hey, tilt your camera a little bit so we can. We're seeing you from the nose up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that? If I have to just, is that better?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, lean down when you read. Yeah. You look. Yeah. That's good. We can see. We can see you.
How is my nose, by the way?
Your nose is out in front a little bit.
Okay. Guzzle I. I see him standing in the meadow, looking in my direction. Is my hair right? Does my dress become me? Will he find me calmly? Casually, I look around. A little laughter escapes my lips. I smile. My cheeks are flushed. I dare not look, but then I do. His eyes reach mine. They blaze with light. Instantly, I drop my eyes. Walking away, daring not to look, I leave my heart behind me. Will he follow? Will I see him in the meadow of my love again? Who is this handsome man who has my heart? Does he come here often? Questions and curiosity fill my mind. Confusion accompanies every step I make. At last he's gone, but oh, my heart aches at his absence. He knows how to unlock my heart, yet I am afraid to yield to him. Michael says to you, Lord, since I cannot find you, and as I am dressed in tatters, nor do I have a young girl's charm or beauty, flowing grace or softness, my face scarred with battles, furrowed deep with tears and cares, I ask you with downcast eyes, will you meet me in the meadow and gaze at me once more?
Beautiful. Unfortunately, I got a phone call in the middle of that, but everybody else heard. Ah. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Maybe he should just read it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you read it again, Michael?
What if I screw it up the second time? Okay.
Well, then we're going to take you off the network.
No, not that. All right, Guzzle I. I see him standing in the meadow, looking in my direction. Is my hair right? Does my dress become me? Will he find me calmly? Casually, I look around. A little laughter escapes my lips. I smile, my cheeks are flushed. I dare not look, but then I do. His eyes reach mine. They blaze with light. Instantly, I drop my eyes. Walking away, daring not to look, I leave my heart behind me. Will he follow? Will I see him in the meadow of my love again? Who is this handsome man who has my heart? Does he come here often? Questions and curiosity fill my mind. Confusion accompanies every step I make. At last he's gone, but oh, my heart aches at his absence. He knows how to unlock my heart, yet I am afraid to yield to him. Michael says to you, Lord, since I cannot find you, and as I am dressed in tatters, nor have I a young girl's charm or beauty, flowing grace or softness, my face scarred with battles, furrowed deep with tears and cares, I ask you with downcast eyes, will you meet me in the meadow and gaze at me once more?
Beautiful.
Guzzle G. I yearn for my pleasure like I yearn for you, but once attained, the dissatisfaction still remains. Over and over, the cycle turns and turns, never closer, never further, never the final embrace that would be my end and my beginning, the one in which I find myself embracing self, the universe disappearing, the glance, the touch, the bliss of being one, the stillness of the very core that blazes forth creation. I seek that union with thee, Lord. Thou art the woman of my heart, the mistress of my soul. Like Odysseus on his way to Penelope, I have been with others, but always true to thee. Touch me, caress me, take me in your arms. You are my soul, my only love, the one whom I adore. Inconstant, faithless, a traitor to your name, shameless and brazen, I stand before your door.
Beautiful. Those are wonderful. You know, that one reminds me of a little scene. There's a guy named Charlie Gardner who's a little bit off the wall in his remarks and everything. Well, that's a different story. But he was in Mondley Hall. Well, I'll tell you what the type of thing Charlie Gardner would do, has done. He lives down there in Athens, Georgia. And he's been there for a long time, and he knows all the different people, all the different types. So he went to a KK rally and there were all the protesters, and then there was the KK rally with the Grand Duke and all. They all had their their costumes and everything. Quite a volatile scene. And he's witnessing this. And there are various speakers that are going up on the dais and giving talks, speeches and everything from the KKK. And at one point, he just walks up. And gets in front of the microphone. No one knows whether or not he's a part of the program. And he said, "Would you please bow your heads?" So these are all kind of, law-abiding Southern Baptists for the most part. They bow their heads, and he says, "We repent, O God most merciful, for all our sins, for every thought that was false or unjust or unclean." He did the whole prayer of repentance at a KK rally, and then just walked off the stage. That's Charlie Gardner for you. That took a little bit of doing. So anyway,
Beth,
yeah.
do you know what happened? If anybody said anything to Charlie or anything
He
after
didn't hear
that?
anything. He just kind of, as if he belonged, he walked off the stage, and I don't know how long he stayed. And
This is unbelievable.
yeah, I mean it's.
Oh
But
my
anyway,
God.
here was a scene. This is one of the poems that Michael read to me reminded me of this. Read to us. So in Mondley Hall, everybody had arrived in the buses, and they were all coming into Mondley Hall, and sat down. And Charlie was kind of opposite Erich, and Erich says, "Charlie, I envy you." And Charlie says, "You envy me? you got to live your whole life with Bob. You had all that time. You were his, right hand man. How could you envy me? And Eric said, years ago I crossed that threshold, pointing to the door, and Baba gave me a glass of his rare wine, and I have almost finished my glass of wine. Only a few drops left. But you have a full glass ahead of you. He said, I would come back, I would live 1,000 lifetimes just to come back and be with him as a mangy dog. I would come back again and again and again and again just to comb his hair one last time. So that your poems remind me of that crushing longing. Yeah. Yeah. See, Farron wants you to tell some stories. I'm getting a message here. Oh. Farron wants me to tell a story. I don't know where Farron. Okay. Where's Farron? Huh. I don't see Farron at the moment. I guess I'll wait until he comes back on. So, so Bill, you got a song for us?
Yeah, I've got a song and a little poem. I thought of this particular song, it just popped in my head, and then I just thought, Jesus, a beautiful, very short poem by Josephine Ross.
Yeah.
I've always loved, one of her my favorite poems of hers. And I thought, she was in a nursing home up here near Albany, New York for quite a number of years. Her daughter Ann lived up here until moving to Myrtle Beach. So I got to visit Josephine many, many times. Got some wonderful stories from her. By the way, this book, Songs of a Modern Disciple, has just been reprinted. These beautiful poems, the third edition, with 12 new poems, and every penny, Ann told me, every penny is going to support the center.
Beautiful, yeah.
So you buy a copy of this book, you get these beautiful poems, and every penny goes to the center. Anyway, this poem is only 3 short verses. It always really touched my heart. And I asked Josephine, what's the story? What's the backstory on this poem? And this is what she told me. And I'll do a song after it. She said it was 1932. And we went down to see Baba off at the train station on his way to California. And this is what I wrote. It's called Parting. The star was caught in a pine bough, and a wind went softly by, and there was no one present, only you and I. The night was silent, and our lips were silent too. Only my heart was speaking, voicing its love for you. Alas, my heart was weeping as we lightly said goodbye, but my lips were smiling, and a star fell down the sky.
That was from Penn Station, you say, on the...
I believe they had gone down to the station in Harmon.
Uh-huh.
The train would pass through, and it probably went down to Penn Station, and then went to California from there.
Yeah.
They'd gone to see, I believe it might have been 34. I'm pretty sure it was 32. And I just, that poem just, I love the last line, and a star fell down the sky.
Yeah, read that once again.
Yeah.
She was like about 22 or something like that, a young woman who fell completely for Baba, saw Baba as the Christ come again.
We just have to find it here, Jeff. And Baba wrote when the first edition of this book, I think, was in the 1960s. And Baba wrote back just, something like, your poems are the voice of my heart. I mean, a really beautiful cable. And a friend of mine, Susan Reed, longtime Baba lover, I sent her a poem of Josephine's, and Susan said, Joseph, and this is what I feel. Josephine's simple words take one directly to God.
Yeah, beautiful.
Parting. The star was caught in a pine bough and a wind went softly by. And there was no one present, only you and I. The night was silent, silent, and our lips were silent too. Only my heart was speaking, voicing its love for you. Alas, my heart was weeping as we lightly said goodbye. But my lips were smiling, smiling, and a star fell down the sky.
So yeah.
So that's the song that evoked that poem. It's one of my favorite James Taylor songs. You may know this or not. It's called Song for You, Far Away. For those who are feeling that longing for Baba or missing Baba. People around me are at again. I'm sorry. People around me are at it again. God only knows how they do it. One to another, then back again. Something keeps putting them through it. Me, I've been watching more than 15 years. Hasn't changed a bit. People keep talking about a different line, but it never seems to fit. This is a song for you, far away, far away. This is a song for you, far away from me. This is a song for you, far away, so far away. This is a song for you, far away from me. Sitting here all alone is bringing it on again. I'm gone again. Sitting here thinking of you is driving it home again. This is a song for you, far away, so far away. This is a song for you, far away from me. Open the door and it takes me back. Oh, it takes me back. Mention your name and I'm gone again. Oh, I'm gone again. This is a song for you, far away from me. When you're far away, talk about far away. You're far away from me. This is a song for you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The one who was closer to us than our own breath, and yet he seems so
Yeah.
far away.
That was really cool. Really nice.
And we got Elowen, are you there? And Farron. The little boy is asking, not little, but he's getting bigger and bigger. Asked for a Baba story. Hello, Elowen. Farron.
Yeah.
Is Farron there?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Well, can we see you guys?
No.
Okay, well, I'll tell the story. You can hear it then. So when Baba went to Australia, now that's a country that's, quite a ways from here, and he went to a city named Melbourne, and there was a big gathering there, and they had this beautiful gathering, and then unexpectedly Baba said that he would like to come and visit visit their houses. Now they weren't planning on this, and so Bob was going to come and see their house. So they got in their cars and they drove home fast to try to clean up their house. And a lot of them put a lot of the stuff into the utility closet. You know, they just threw in all sorts of stuff because Bob was going to soon be coming by car. And the kids went into their bedroom and they threw the things into their closets. And so then Bob arrives. He went to a number of houses, and this same scenario happened in other places. But he comes into the house, and you know they're so thrilled. I mean, having Baba come to their house, so he walks around, you know, in the living room, sees the kitchen and everything like that. And he walks down the hall and he points and says, "What's in there?" You know, and they open it up and there's all the stuff that they crammed in there to get it out of sight. And then he goes into the kids' bedroom, you know, and everything, and points over there, "What's that?" And sure enough, they've put all of their toys and everything in the closet. And Baba was just get a great kick. Baba was laughing, getting a great kick out of that. And it's kind of symbolic, is that we want to show our good side and everything's nice and everything. We hide the other one part of ourself in the closet. And Baba, it kind of, I think he did that purposely. So they said, "No, give me all of you. You know, you don't need to throw anything in the closet." Farron, did you understand that?
Yeah.
What would you do right now? Just tell me. What if Baba came to your house right now? What would you what would you and Elwyn do?
Clean up our room.
Well, but I mean, you would. But what if you didn't have too much time? Well, supposing you went to the door and answered the door. What would you do if Baba was there in your door? What do you think you would do?
I don't know.
Would you hug him or would you run away? Would you offer him some chips or peanuts or potato chips? What would you do?
Hold on.
Or Elwyn, what would you do?
I would probably offer him some tea.
Some tea. Well, would you hug him first or not?
I would probably hug him first.
I bet he would kneel on the floor and take both of you in his arms. Because one day he is going to be coming to your house. Not necessarily in this lifetime, but you know, an interesting thing Erich once said, and I didn't hear it directly, but a number of people told me Erich told them once that Baba is always physically on the center, physically on the earth. So at any time, he could show up at your house. You know,
I bet he would.
Huh?
I bet he would love to see Sir Bun Bun. I bet he'd love that a lot.
What's Sir Bun Bun?
He's our pet bunny.
Oh, your pet bunny. Yeah, that would be fun. You know, I want to ask Alan Manukian something to share, but he went into one house in Australia, and the kids in the living room, they had set up their train set. You know, all elaborate. I think they had houses and everything like that. And when Baba came in, they showed Baba their train, their electric train. You know, and all went around. Baba sat there and watched them. All the whole layout they had for their train set. But now here's Alan. Alan, do you mind sharing what you shared earlier? Because most of these people weren't there. How you were walking a couple of days or a day before Baba's birthday.
Oh yeah.
And Elwyn and Farron, listen to this.
Well,
Better tell a good story.
yeah, I better tell a good story, Adrian says.
Take a deep breath. Get in there.
So basically,
Nation shape.
basically, I was on a walk with Adrian the other day, my wife, and as we're walking up a steep hill, I was like going up and breathing hard. It was kind of hard, hard, and I was wearing jeans. I felt really uncomfortable, and I was wearing a face mask as well, so it was just harder to breathe, and I was sweating my face mask, and I felt very uncomfortable. And I thought to myself, where are you, Baba? Like, I thought, if you're with me, then I can remember you all the time, and I can be, as they say, I can be kind of just everything will be all right. There's spaciousness and everything, right? That's what they say. But I'm not feeling spacious. I feel very uncomfortable, and I also feel pretty alone in some way, deep down inside. And so then I said out loud to Adrian, I said, "Well, where do you think Baba is right now? Where is Baba? If I'm on this walk, this beautiful day in the sky, blue, and everything looks so beautiful out, but I don't see his beautiful face anywhere, and like his form." And so I kind of just said it out loud, and we kept going on the walk. And later on that night, I uh, I just went to sleep how I always go to sleep, maybe reading a book or something, nothing special. And then I in a dream came to me, and I was walking down a street, down these homes, and suddenly I felt like I needed to look to my right at one of the doors that I was passing, doors of the home I was passing, and there, right there, as I looked, it was Baba, and he opened the door, and he's wearing a beautiful pink sadra, and his hair was tied back, and he looked so radiant. He looked uh, how I remember him, and he then started walking down the steps and towards me, and I didn't know what to do. I kind of froze in place, because what would you do if Baba just showed up at your door? And but he came up to me, and he just walked right up to me, and the first thing he did was embrace me. And when he embraced me, I wrapped my arms around him, and I felt his jacket, like the space between his jacket and his shoulders and his body. And it felt so strong, as if like stronger than steel but softer than wool. It was just like so much power and so much love. And he just held me, and then very much so. It's like he just kind of looked, wanted to look at me, so he pushed me back a little bit. And I was like just moving through air or something. And he looked at me with so much compassion in his eyes. And he said some things to me, and we spoke back and forth. And he was answering some questions of mine. And then when I woke up, uh, all of the conversation, I can't remember. He took that. He took that. He wanted me to remember that, that experience. And I just felt that the whole thing was like, wow, I didn't feel like I deserved that. Like, I just asked a simple question, and then he gave me so much, so much of his love. So that's the story.
Beautiful. And you can be sure those words are stamped on your being, whether or not you consciously remember them. He communicated those things, and they are part of your foundation, you might say.
Yeah.
And maybe later on, I know my first experience of Baba, I didn't remember. I was in such a state, I didn't remember for about 3 years. Once I was at a panel in New York, and someone asked, Adele Walken asked how I came to Baba, and suddenly that night when Baba appeared to me, all came back. But I didn't remember that. And some of the instructions he gave me, I recovered.
Right. It was like it was like ordered, or they were like, I want this and that. And I was like, well, what about that? And he was like, this and that. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. But now I don't remember what he said.
Yeah. Well, that means you're not bound by those things. But, one of the things, yeah. Anyway. So, Elowen, did you and Farron hear that?
Yep.
Yeah. So, Baba can even come to you in your dreams. Have you kids had any Baba come to you in your dreams that you can recall?
No.
Well, just keep the door open so he can come in and visit you in your dream world. Always keep all the doors open to Baba in your dream world. Let's see. Let me see how, Priya, how are you doing?
I'm good, Jeff.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, all of you too.
I think I saw you hosting on something the other day.
What?
I saw you hosting something the other day.
The arti.
Good, good. One of the things I was thinking of, I did a program with some kids this morning called the Tween Sahavas. But before that, Baba got me up at 4:30 in the morning at the center, and he gave me an idea of something to do with the kids. But it's something we've talked about here in the evening, which is, where do we put Baba? Where do you place Baba? Is he, for like a lot of people in the world, God is up above, sometimes a venerable old man looking down at them, or he's someone that they see on Sundays, and maybe in the picture before they where they say their prayers. But this interesting thing, as Christianity has come down, you don't find, I'm sure Jesus said, make me your constant companion. I'm always there. But after all these centuries, my Christian friends never have said, well, I wake up, I try to remember Jesus throughout the day. And, I know some who do and experience Jesus' companionship, but it's not emphasized the way Baba has. And also, we know that Jesus had a great sense of humor, and his own disciples were kind of fun-loving and a little bit frivolous, so that the disciples of John the Baptist were critical because his disciples weren't serious enough. Now that hasn't come down to us. You know how you find in your life where Baba does something that's humorous, and it's got his signature on it. And you don't hear people of other faiths saying, oh, well, maybe Krishna, something like that. But that humor side of Jesus has had a hard time making it through all the centuries to the present. Even though you could still have a lot of funny times with Jesus and have his companionship, you know what I mean? So it's an interesting thing. And, oh, Eileen, good to see you. And so,
hi everyone.
Baba, one of the things I did with the kids is Baba said, I am whatever you take me to be. and I had someone did a kind of a PowerPoint, I am, is Baba like your father? Is he like your mother? Is he like your brothers and sisters? Is he like God up in heaven looking down? What is God like for you? And the kids, it was very interesting. Some of them said, Baba is like my brothers and sisters. They're so loving and they're so fun to be with. That's what Baba's like for me. And some would say, Baba is like up in heaven and he's looking down. He's God. But all different ways that these kids thought of Baba. But that when Baba says, you know, I am whatever you take me to be, what if we're not careful, he gets narrowed down. He could be a most loving mother who loves us unconditionally. He could be somebody we confide our most intimate secrets with. Or he could be, when we're bored and everything, he's the one that could be sitting in the next chair. I'll give you an example. There was a guy, a friend of mine was hitchhiking down in Myrtle Beach here with a backpack, and an old black guy picked him up in a pickup truck. This was back in about 1970 something, and they used to have seats that went all the way across from one window to the other. There weren't bucket seats. And so my friend got in the truck with the old guy and went to put his backpack in the space between the two seats. And the black guy said, "Oh, no, don't do that. That's where Jesus sits." You know? So, I mean, can you, there's somebody that, and you can, and that is taking it to a different level. That we could all do that, you know? I mean, there are a lot of people Baba people that have an extra chair at their table for Baba. So, I mean, anyway, I'm just, so I know, Alan, we've talked about where is Baba for each of us? You know, how do we picture him? Because Baba said, "I am whatever you want. I'm whatever you take me to be." I mean, Baba said, "If you take me to be a judge, I will judge you." And there are a lot of people that have gone that route, so that he's, you know, a little bit scary and not as approachable. Anybody want to volunteer some of the ways that they think of Baba, or does that get a little too personal?
Oh, I got a good one.
Yeah.
When Donna and I got together in 2009 in Marana, 2010 we were there. Baba was dealing with dissolving a marriage, and I don't know if you know, he was very adamant about when you're married, you stay married. But here she and her husband had been divorced, and we had bonded. It was beautiful what was happening. So he liked it so much that he gave us his blessing, and he said, "I'm going to put you in my nazar," just like that. And I've heard that expression before, and I didn't quite know what it meant, but I had a good idea that I was going to be in his eyeball all the time. And I was right. It's like he knew what I was thinking, like living in a goldfish bowl, with no privacy. Whatever thoughts I had in my mind, you know, like sex or going to the bathroom or whatever, he knew about it. All he had to do was look and say, But when I was in India with David, when he was having my son David was having a hip replacement, and we were at the ashram about 2.5 months, he would ask me questions like, he said to me, "Go hear this bhajan player. He's giving a concert." And I didn't go, but I saw him that evening at the samadhi.
Yeah.
So he said to me, "Oh, did you go to the concert?" And you know, the one thing I didn't do was ever lie to him, because I knew that my relationship with him was too precious to waste on trying to look good.
Yeah.
Talk about being humiliated a few times, like when he asked me how many times I was married, things like that in public. So I told him, no, I didn't go to the concert, but I saw him at the samadhi, and he went, In other words, there was this, it's like being tested all the time. And what I really liked, and I missed it, and I really missed it when he died, was to have his constant company. He was such a benign, friendly, non-judgmental friend sitting on my shoulder, talking to me in my ear, just enjoying the day with me, and enjoying the relationship I have with Donna. And it was beautiful. And I miss that now that he's gone. But I know that I'm leaving space for my master to come, when I'm ready. And I know that will happen. And I feel like, well, I practice being in the presence of God all the time because, well, I don't have any choice in the matter. Because that's the only thing that's really real for me. But I get a big thrill out of making breakfast or bringing tea or emergency, this hot drink, to my wife in the morning. And I feel like I'm bringing it to Baba. And I don't need the clap to make me do it. But I imagine that I'm a Mandali serving Baba. So there she is. I know who she is. I'm not making her into something else. And there's Baba that brings us together, and that we see and hold all the time. And when she says to me, Michael, do this, Michael, do that, she's quite a bossy woman. My inclination, in fact, 3 months before we got together, I said, if I have to say yes, dear, to a woman, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I was 68 at the time, and I figured that was it. Then I heard that Baba said yes, dear, to Nera all the time. And Mani chastised him. She said, if Mara told you the earth was flat, you'd say yes, wouldn't you? And he said, yes. I said, well, if he can do it, I can do it. Like, I knew that he had set this example, not just for me, but for all men. If you love your women, you say yes, dear, because I'd rather her grow in confidence and be herself than worry about somebody telling me what to do. God, somebody's always telling you what to do, especially the police if you're speeding. So that's my practice. It's yes, dear. And,
yeah, beautiful. No,
you're imagining myself being one of the Mandali.
No, I like that. But that's beautiful. I mean, that's really fantastic. Yeah, Darwin used to say, my wife calls me honeydew. Honeydew this, honeydew that, honeydew. So they call them honeydew childs.
Well, yes, dear.
Yes, dear. Hey, let's see, Bill, how would you describe some of the ways, that's kind of a little bit too personal, but if anybody feels like volunteering, how they think of Baba. I mean, one of the ways, it doesn't have to be, it can be just one of the ways that you think of Baba. I mean, it's the avatar, he's God in human form, and all those various things, but whoopsie daisy.
I had another concept that came to me. If you're willing, I'll share it.
Yeah.
I was always puzzled by people trying to remember Baba and trying to picture him all the time. And I'm thinking,
thank you, I forgot.
That it just didn't feel right to me, because if God's everywhere and everything you're doing is dedicated to God, well, the form is not, it's not that it's not meaningless, but it's not who he is anyway, because we know he's manifesting in the world. So he's everywhere. So all we have to do is open our eyes. So the question I had for people is, do you love your mother? And usually the answer is yes. Well, do you think of her all the time? And the answer would be no. But do you still love her? Does that ever change? There's no. But so why worry about loving God?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the way you think of Florence,
Yeah.
Grand old Florence. He had a wonderful mother, Florence. I had a lot of dinners with her. over the years. His mother. Really neat. Beautiful. Priya, you feel like offering anything, or I mean, this is kind of a. Sometimes it's hard, but Baba is Baba, and it's hard to think of different ways that he is like. You know, it's kind of a little bit beyond compare, but we're asking you. What's your thought?
I'm trying to articulate it. I'll share it in some time.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had something on the drive
Yeah.
up.
What's that?
I had something that came to me on the drive up here.
Up here to the Zoom meeting.
Up to the Zoom meeting. I had picked up dinner, and I arrived home, and this meeting was on. And on the drive here, I was listening to I don't remember his name. No, God, I don't. You probably know him, but it was a talk from 1985, and it sounded like he was speaking to a crowd of people who didn't really understand why he was living in India and at the Maher Trust. And he was describing his life there and talking about Mani and Bao and people who were still alive in the Mandali. He was giving he sounded like he was just very patient because the people who were questioning him were very strong with their wording. Their energy was like, I imagine if I was in his shoes, that I would have started to trip over my own irritations and not been so friendly. But he was just so open and what's the word? Eloquent. Right? He was just very eloquent with how he was describing things and very simply, without too much fluff, and very calm. And somebody would be like, "Well, I mean, how do you know this is not just going to turn into another religion?" And he would just say, "Oh, well, the thing is Baba would say whatever religion you practice, go ahead and say the name of God in that language or that religion or whatever it is, and the essence of that religion is totally. I mean, it's one and the same." And he was said it a lot more patient than I just said it. And he said it a lot more loving than I just said it. And suddenly, I found that I my the his kindness and the compassion and patience that he had, it was like I felt this flavor of like what had living in India with the Mongoli. He was just fresh, had just come from there, so I could feel, almost like get that fragrance from that place and the Mongoli that he was around, and through his and the love that was coming through his voice that maybe was silent to a lot of people. And I all of a sudden just felt so much of Baba in my heart. I just burst with this, like I felt in love with this human. I didn't even know I don't even remember his name right now. And suddenly it was like Baba said to me that you'll learn over time, you'll learn to love everyone. You learn to fall in love with everyone, and then you'll see me in everyone. And I said, it's impossible. How could I do that? And he said, well, start with my lovers. You'll fall in love with all of my lovers, even if they're challenging. You'll see. You'll fall in love with all of them because it's me, And that really, that feeling I held on to from it, or that experience was a few seconds, but it was enough to really kind of plant the seed that, yes, in fact, not only that, but I will be with him in some way or form again. And not only that, but we will be one eventually. This is the truth. It's not even a fantastical thing. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I don't care how many lifetimes it's going to take. We will be together eternally.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Was that like Craig Ruff, perhaps, or Craig Ruff?
If I can
Ah.
find my phone, I'll find his
Yeah.
name. But he's such a sweet sounding man.
Hey, can we get a song from Adrian? Do you think she would play those two on the piano?
Just one song. She
Just,
said,
yeah, just one song here.
okay, fine.
I mean, yeah, no, I was supposed to go to another meeting, but this is so fun.
Yeah, maybe somebody else can share 1 second while we set up.
Okay, yeah, set up.
Find his name.
And Jeff, I had a thought I'd like to share about remembering Bob.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many different ways, but one thing I always try to have my inner ear open to that voice of intuition and guidance and inspiration, that small, still voice, and try to be in tune with that so that one can be in the flow, as I call it, the divine flow. And also try to be alert to what I call the cues and clues that Baba may be giving me outwardly too, in terms of, just being in the flow, trying to be obeying and being in the flow with him and have him as that inner companion throughout. That's just one way.
Yeah, beautiful.
Of course,
it's
music,
interesting.
singing and music is another way, just to try to tune into Bob. That's for me.
Yeah. He's the listener. He's your audience. Someone told me recently they read where toward the end of Baba's life, he said to Erich, you are going to be asked a lot of spiritual questions. You're going to have to be able to answer a lot of spiritual questions. Baba's saying this after I die. And something like, what are you going to do? How will you be able to do that? Where will you find the answers? I should really get the actual wording in this. And Erich said something, but Baba said, you will find the answers in creation. You'll find them in the here and now. You'll find the answer to that person's question right in the room that you're with them in. The answers are right there. That was kind of a very interesting way to put it. Well, Marinaz is here. Good. She's hidden behind my computer there.
Yes, I am, Joe.
Good.
Yes. Jay Baba, how are you?
Yeah, good. Hey, Marinaz, now you live in California, right down around LA, is it, or?
No, I am in North.
Oh, in the north. Okay. I mean, north of San Francisco or not?
No, in North California. So I am in Silicon Valley.
Uh-huh.
About 20 minutes exactly 25 minutes away from Palo Alto, where your sister, I think, lives.
Yeah.
Have you ever visited Palo Alto?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've been there a number of times, but many years ago.
Many years ago. But
yeah.
If you're coming down here with all these things that's happening, you gotta come and visit us.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, yeah, the oh, hey, we've got. I'm looking up. There's a hand that's gone up. Terry or Diane?
Terry.
Yeah.
Like, when I want to remember Baba, I just look at Alan. And I think all the stories he told us today, he was really looking in the mirror.
Yeah. Beautiful. No, oh, good. We have to. Do you need that GoFundMe thing?
Well,
I do need a GoFundMe, but why?
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Actually, yeah, because couldn't do that. I would love some help making a Baba album.
Uh-huh. Well, we'll talk about that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've made an album.
Okay,
Ready?
The two songs that I love.
Oh, you're making requests?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm blue, I'm blue, I'm blue, And
What about the new one?
huh? And plus the new one. We'll let you do the new one too.
Do you want Sing and Surrender?
Yeah, we want that.
Okay.
And I'm blue, I'm blue, I'm blue. We want that.
Okay. But I don't have the lyrics for that one.
Oh.
I should have known better than to reorganize my
Well,
stuff.
you got that that honeydew there. Can go and get it.
Oh yeah. No,
Honey-
oh, I do have them because it's in here. I remember. Uh-oh. I'm like the absent-minded professor kind of vibes right now. And we wrote another new song too. Alan and I are working on a new song.
Yeah.
It's really cool with this poem. The ones
Yeah.
that all make the resolve that everything is God's and nothing is mine. We're gonna work on that one.
Can you move the computer a little closer to you, or?
Is it too quiet?
No, just we want to see you, we want to see the sweat on your brow.
Okay, well, we can try. What if I tried this on? Like to tip it down. But then, is that kind of weird?
No, that's great. I think it's good.
I've never done
Yeah.
it like this.
You know.
How does it sound?
I moved this over here so it's not on the piano.
All right.
So Michael, I don't think you've heard Adrian. She was a student of Cindy Lowe. Cindy Dacek. Yeah. Okay.
Real out of tune. So what do I do first, Jeff?
It's up to you.
Well, yeah, I feel like you've made a lot of decisions already for me. You might as well just do it.
Do the blue one. Do the
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Alan's taking over. Alan's stepping in. You guys don't know I'm a Libra. It's really hard for me to make decisions sometimes. I get really confused. Okay.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming to be a person. The whole thing is just so intense being alive, isn't it? You just all take a breath. It's so hard. It's just so much. It's just so much. So many different things. We think about 8 million for something, whatever, lifetimes.
Yeah. -1.
-1. Which one's that one? The last one.
That's the one you're living now.
It's like, how old are we? We're like eons old. Do you ever think about that? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just play this song. But I'm telling you, it's gotta think about it. It will make you have to go to the bathroom. Okay. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you.
Yeah, your medicine.
Okay. Right? Okay, I'm gonna play the song. That's what I was thinking about when you asked me to sing the music, so that's the
Yeah.
problem. Everyone's already heard these before. Sure you want to hear them again? Okay.
No, a lot of people haven't.
Okay, this song is called Bluer Than Blue. It's all about reaching for your friends when you're feeling dark and telling your friends that you're there for them when they're feeling dark. That's what it's about. Is it okay if I mute you, Jeff?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I woke up this morning and I had to pray. Feeling the weight. I don't remember how to play it. Alan, I can't play it. Okay, I'm gonna do another one. We're gonna come back to this one. I'm gonna play my brand new song. I'm gonna play my new song. Okay, this one's called Everlasting Love.
Hey, but the piano is drowning out your voice a little bit.
Oh shoot. Okay. Maybe if I go like this. What about now? Hear me better now.
Oh, good, yeah.
Okay. Just leave it like that. Okay, I'm gonna play the new song. So that's the one that I've been playing a lot. Sorry for taking up so much time just being awkward. It's part of life.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think putting people to sleep. Oh, I can't find the lyrics. No, I'm ready. I'm ready. Dear Baba, Lord and friend, my beloved, till the end. Oh, here, it's right here. Jeez. Oh, gosh. Okay. That's why they paid the big bucks. Okay, here we go. I really like this new song. It's called Everlasting Love. It's not complicated, this fundamental truth. Everything that I've been given, I give it back for you. I don't have much money and I don't have much time, but I have the feeling that everything is gonna be fine. I turn on my station and they won't stop playing our song. I wish you'd come and listen while the whole world sings along. I've been searching all my life for a love like this, and now that I found you, I'm never gonna forget that. I wanna give you everlasting love. I wanna love you forwards and back, love you from below and from above. I wanna give you everlasting love. I could love you for all my days, and it still wouldn't be enough for an everlasting love, everlasting love. When my body wears out, as it most certainly will, may all that remains of my existence be the love that I made you feel. I wanna open up the tavern and let all the boozies free. Let the music fill the air as I sing along with me, yes. And I wanna give you everlasting love. I wanna love you forwards and back, love you from below and from above. I wanna give you everlasting love. I could love you from beyond the grave, and it still wouldn't be enough for an everlasting love, everlasting love. Everlasting love, everlasting love. Say I wanna give you everlasting love. I wanna love you forwards and back, love you from below and from above. I wanna give you everlasting love. I can love you from all my days, and it still wouldn't be enough for an everlasting love. You can sing it. Everlasting love. Everlasting love, everlasting love. You're using the microphone the whole time. It's okay. Sorry. You turned on the microphone.
Sorry, guys.
Lovely.
Friends.
Use the wrong microphone.
We're all for it there.
But now we can't hear Jeff. Put on the wrong ones. Speaker is internal speakers.
Ah,
Samson G Track Pro. There we go. That's my new song.
beautiful.
Thanks, friends.
So we're going to ask you to do that one again too.
Cool.
So
Oh, wait, right now?
Does it sound different?
No, another day.
It sounds different.
now I'm getting an echo on my voice.
Oh, okay, hold on. Hold your horses, everybody. We're gonna fix it. It's just
One more song.
One more song. One more song. Okay, hold on.
Baby, one more song.
Okay, how about now, Jeff? Say some things.
Hello. Good. It's just one track.
No, it's not. It's because I hadn't turned on echo cancellation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Try now.
Okay, cool. You want another song? I'm gonna play Sing and Surrender.
Okay, good.
I've also been practicing this one in anticipation of the inevitability of this request. Okay. Are you okay? So you're gonna stand there?
See if it sounds good.
Okay. Does it sound okay, or is it too loud now?
It sounds good. I missed some of your words on the last time, but I got almost everything.
Okay, let's do it again. Let's try it with the new mic setup. Okay. Sing for the forest. Sing for the sky. Sing for all the moments that are passing you by. Sing for all the moments that are passing you by. Sing for the animals. Sing for your friends. Sing for the beginnings and sing for the ends. Sing for the beginnings and sing for the ends. All of our days are endlessly numbered. As the clock runs, time stands still. Tomorrow's never promised to anyone, and the empty stage of life is yours to fill. So sing. Sing and then surrender. Sing and then let go. Sing for your happiness. Sing for your sorrow. Sing for your happiness. Sing for your sorrow. Sing because you can. Sing because it's good. Sing for all the people in the world who wish they could. Sing for all the people in the world who wish they could. All of our days
Beautiful song.
Wow. Yeah, the karaoke is really good the way you do that.
The karaoke?
Yeah. No, that was beautiful. Golly. See, you can see why I asked her to sing these songs. I mean, that really, it's so deep. You know, cuts you off at your knees.
Well, I used to be a mobster in my past life, and I did do that to people. So then Baba made me this way.
Oh boy, no, that is just. Oh. Bill, had you heard Adrian sing before?
No, I have not heard. It's really fine. Those songs are really well written and really well sung.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah.
I really loved hearing your voice too. It's such a beautiful, mellifluous tone, and it was so wonderful to hear you.
Oh.
The first song you did, I said, "It's a hit. It's a hit. That could be a hit. That could be a hit on the top 40 of the popular radio." You know.
I think so. We'll see with Baba. We'll see. I feel like I've written a lot of hits, but mostly they just.
Well, the thing is that I think as long as you're entertaining Baba, you're a hit.
Aww.
You know.
That's true for all of us.
Yeah.
Thank
you know,
you.
I'll tell you something that Baba flashed to me. I was working at the center, and one of the jobs was doing all the windows that go the whole length of the original kitchen, and then you know, down the front side and then around the lake side. There's something like maybe 27 windows, but amongst some of those windows there are these panes. You know what I mean? So doing the, you know, doing each one of these windows, I mean, it's like, this is back in the 70s, and I was, you know, going down there, 27, now I got that down, I'm down to 26. You know, after another 45 minutes, I'm down to 25, and I'm just kind of going down. And this flashes from maybe my higher self, that says, "Is this entertaining to Baba?" And I had to say no. I mean, it's just I got that. I'm checking the stuff off, you know. And I said, I got to do it in a way that's entertaining to Baba, because you know, you see those guys in the malls, they have all those TVs and everything that are aimed out at the parking lot, you know, the security guards. And what if somebody, you know, out in the, you know, in the cameras did a little dance for the guy, you know? So Baba has to watch us all day long. I mean, this is what, you know, this is what I got. You got to do something that, knowing that he is watching us, make it entertaining for him.
Jeff, have you seen this? There's this viral video that was going around a while ago that was this young guy that is like an Amazon delivery guy, and he delivers the package and he sees the security camera, and he just does this. He has his headphones on. He just does this like wild dance, and it's so beautiful. And then like, you just think like, he probably does that every time he sees a camera. And you saying that just makes me think like, that's just pure. And then Baba, you know, makes it video go viral on the internet, probably because he was just so entertained and he wanted everyone else to like feel that and remind us that even if you have this kind of mundane and sort of dangerous job of like delivering packages, and you're driving all day and you have this huge van and it's just so much work, but you can still party and have fun with Baba.
Yeah.
You feel like really reminded me that.
Yeah, no,
really
that well, I know that was yeah, because I kind of got into kind of a little bit of a checklist life, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I got that done. I got that done. And I mean, is that
Alan's
You
like,
know,
oh, okay, we're sorry. Sorry, I meant to mute
Yeah.
myself. Well, because
Uh,
Alan sits and he does his little checklist things all day, and I'm just thinking,
okay. Well, you know, you got a checklist husband. What can you do?
apparently, I didn't know that when I married him. I thought I had a,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Well, you were you were once a check on his list.
wow. That's harsh.
Well, let's see. Anything else here? We're just I don't know. I don't know how much how much oomph I've got. We're going to get a couple more poems eventually from Michael. Hey. Huh. 1 second. I had something and I can't find it. Let's see. I'm going to find something here for in a moment. But you guys, anybody wants to do anything, I can hear you.
Jeff, I'd like to do one more poem from Josephine Ross, if I could.
Yeah, go for it.
This is one of quite a number of poems that have been put to music by people like Bob Brown and Ronnie Greenstein over the years. Beautiful. I wanted to read this rather than sing it. I think she captured in this poem what it was like to meet Bob in the early 1930s. It's called The Master. Like dawn upon the mountain or sunset flame, like silver stars of evening time, the Lord of beauty came. Sweet clouds of incense hovered around him and above. He touched our lives with glory. He filled our hearts with love. Mightier than the ocean, purer than the skies, with tenderness and sorrow hidden in his eyes. We bowed before the vision of God made manifest. Our souls threw off their burden and found in him our rest. And then the veil of splendor was parted, and he smiled, and lo, we saw in wonder he was but a child, a child.
Beautiful. Yeah. Here's, I'll read a couple things that I did with the kids today. Because I try to find out different ways that kids could relate to Baba, and there was like, I was, and they commented on these. So these are some of the things I wrote down at about 4:30 in the morning, a couple days back. On a rainy day when you're stuck, I gotta. Hey, you guys, why don't you guys go ahead? I got a phone call that I gotta take. Hey, yeah, Mark.
Alan's gonna play you all a song, if you don't mind.
Is this?
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
Yeah. Original sound song. Oh, you need the words.
Well, I haven't really sung this to anybody except Peter Goodman.
And me.
And my wife, Adrian. But she requests me to play it. It's a Cindy Lowe song called Keep Me Near. And I really love this song. You want to play it?
Just thank you.
tried to run and hide from you, to turn aside from you, but I was never free. You were at the very heart of me, in every part of me, and near and far of me. Keep me near, I'll always see you. Keep me near, I'll never leave. For I could not stand the pain of refusing you again. All the years I tried to blind myself, I could not find myself. You couldn't save me, and I never saw my own release, or even named the grief that overcame me. I have tried and I have always failed to go my way alone without you. But every ship that I have ever sailed brought me back to where I could not without you. Keep me near, I'll always see you. Keep me near, I'll never leave you. For I could not stand the pain of refusing you again. Keep me near, I'll always see you. Keep me near, I'll never leave you. For I could not stand the pain of refusing you again.
That was really good, Alan, sung with total heart. Thank you.
More.
Thanks for the backup mandolin and vocals too, to that.
Life of yours.
One more, Alan.
More, yeah, one more song.
I literally, I do not sing or play guitar ever, but I lately have been playing these two songs, the only two songs I really know all the way through. Take the cape off. I love this song, the arti, but I'd like to have it in front of me.
You don't need it, do you? Okay, I'll get it.
Can you grab it?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna use that other guitar.
I have a comment. I think that the reason that why men, wait, what? Women don't call men honeydews because women just naturally do things without anyone needing to tell them, and so that, okay.
Yeah.
Trying to stand up for it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, that's.
Okay, there we go.
That wasn't on his checklist. That attitude.
I don't think I can play this with you. Can I play it on the piano? I think they'll be able to hear it.
You can.
Hey, Dinku, are you there? Let's see if we get Dinku here.
Yes, Jeff, I'm here. Just
Oh, good.
listening to you all.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're just filling up time. We got 700 years to kill.
Yeah, Alan, that was lovely. We need more songs from you too.
I need help with the rhythm of this, so you can help me.
Turn your off so it won't distract you. See, that's me. How to do it. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to say the first time I played this before that this is I heard this from Charles Gibson.
Yeah, Charles Gibson.
Yeah, I heard a version from Charles Gibson, and it really hit me. So there's a recording on YouTube of him singing the Australian arti that I'm about to play, and just such power and beauty in his voice. So God bless him. Oh, glorious, eternal, ancient one, your face is a bright, transcendental sun, lighten this dark world and the tears I weep. My heart may have I give to you to keep. Creator yet creationless you are, truth and truth's body divine, avatar. Compassion, the three worlds maintains. Destroy this ignorance that life sustains. These five lights are the whirling spokes of breath of the world wheel that bears me onto death. Unless you who are infinitely kind break the wheel's hub, which is conditioned mind. This incense is my love, these fruits my art, which to please you I have shaped from my heart. Accept them as you would a simple flower that has no use beyond its shining hour. You are myself, I sing to you in praise and beg your love to bear me through the days till you, the ever-living perfect one, illume my darkness with your shining sun.
Beautiful. Really. I really like that.
Jai Baba.
No, that was, really like that. That was right from the heart. Yeah. Hey, so let's see. We'll have Michael to read a couple of more, but let me see what we've got here. Anybody have anything that that's non-musical to share, or a non-poetic, non-musical, like a story or an incident, before we do some poetry and music? Uh-huh. You know what I would like? I would like Bill Cliff to play Love Alone Prevails. This is a beautiful song. Diane, do you know this song? Love Alone Prevails? Beautiful.
Want it right now, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just. Yeah.
While he's doing that, I'll tell you, well, I think most of you heard the story about Fred Winterfeld, where this title of this song came from. I think. So I'll save it for another time.
You told us last week.
I did. Oh my God, am I getting that batty?
But we would like to listen again.
Well, no, I'll wait, because if I said it last week, I'll save it for later on. I never know what Zoom session I'm on.
Through countless lives we've come, struggling, persevering. Now our aim is one, and love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. It will cure all ills. Love alone prevails. The lane may twist and turn, night shadows slip around us, yet the flame within will burn, for love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. Through all our travails, love alone prevails. Life's every joy and pain, dedicated to you, we labor not in vain, where love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. It dissolves the veil. Love alone prevails. The world's a dream forsaken. We're clinging mayhair to you. In your arms we will awaken when love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. It will never fail. Love alone prevails. world's a dream forsaken. We're clinging here to you. In your arms we will awaken when love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. Love alone prevails. It will never fail. It will never fail. It will never fail. Love alone prevails. Jai Baba.
Thank you, Bill. That was beautiful.
Thank you,
Thank
Bill.
you, Bill. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
That was really beautiful.
Hey, Jeff, are we supposed to be silent right now? Sorry. You're muted.
I don't know. I turned it off because when Bill was playing. So so yeah, we'll have Michael do something here, and then maybe we'll take a few moments of silence unless anything comes up. Anything else?
I want to thank Michael for making me sob in the middle of my dinner as I was eating my chow mein.
Yeah.
I just was like not expecting to go that. I was just like, oh yay, and then just like, oh wow, just beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know. It's really. Go for it, Michael.
Yeah.
No, Bao said, I have what he said on the beginning of the book here that I wrote, published. He said I would have all of mankind weeping. He had a much larger view of myself than I do. Elzal, often I find myself thinking of nothing, or rather something that defies description. But if it was something, why does it seem like nothing? A nothing something totally absorbing, interrupted by telephones and customers, worldly duties, worries that extinguish the absent present something nothing that beckons through the garbage like running in a dream, going nowhere and forgetting why. I see you. I know it's you. You're neither male nor female nor an it, yet you're quite human, but more so. You are everything. As I say that, I try to crowd everything into a little room, and that's not it. Let me try that again. Everything means everything before anything existed. Could be nothing except that the nothing is full of everything. Okay, let's recapitulate. Lord, you are nothing, something that is totally everything before anything existed, full and empty, except that nothing and everything cannot be full or empty, since nothing exists and everything before anything existed. Did I make myself clear?
Yes.
All right, I admit it. I don't know what it is I'm seeing. Only I'm certain it is you.
Great, beautiful.
I wanted to do one of past lives since we discussed that. Guzzle P. Often I see my past lives and weep. There is no glory in them. No pride, no famous names over which to gloat or boast. Just mountains of arms and legs and heads from battles I have fought. Women raped and screaming, children stabbed and bleeding, outraged at the injustice of it all that by my hand I had commanded, or by the sword I had wielded. I am bathed in blood. There is no redemption for my deeds. I caused the death of millions of souls, and 6,000 men crucified on the Appian Way for something I never forgave myself. I raised a slavery revolt because of anger, and thousands died because of it. It was a lie when I said, I'll take you to the promised land. Just a lie to make you angry, and a lie to give you hope. a lie to cover my own wish to die. Better to die as freemen than live as slaves, I argued, resolved to lie about our bleak prospects and lie about ships to carry us to freedom. I ask you, Lord, and all those involved, to forgive me this awful abuse of trust which haunts me day and night. You have always been forgiven, you reply. Now forgive yourself. What happened is all past. These people followed you because they loved you. You gave them hope and a sense of their own power, that slaves united could defeat the mightiest of armies. Trust yourself to raise another army, one that wages war on war, greed, and selfishness. If you fight as well as you did many years ago, you will succeed. There is no promised land except in your hearts and in the stillness of your minds. I will always be there to guide you. And if you should make mistakes, don't worry. I will always love you. Now I'm in tears. So sometimes wishing about remembering your past lives is not the best. Puzzle L. I have a special friend. His name is Ben. He is my son. Full 9 years old with brown eyes and stocky build. His smile is wide like a river and sweet as blackberries. We adore each other, he and I. I made a promise to be worthy of his love, and he in turn loves me like I love God. He defends me from attackers. He yields his mind to me, though it is often filled with baseball cards and chewing gum. I'm honored with his simple conversations. He is generous with his heart. His love turned me away from thinking I was a failure. He gave me purpose when I was lost. Lord, what a gift you have given me to have you in a little body, surrendering to my imperfect will. You found another way to reach me, another way to teach me. Thief of thieves, you stole my heart with my child's heart. Puzzle K. When I announced my plans to marry another time, my friends thought me mad. There he goes, carried off by his genitals again. Inelegantly, but aptly put. A sage said, actually Adi Sr., said, you know what that sex is binding? Yes, I replied without a pause. It is my path. God promised me that married life could bring me to the very door of his realization. Regardless of past failures to assail the gates of heaven, I plunged into the whirlpool again, seeking the promised pearl. And God has kept his promise. Whether at the door of bliss or not is of no importance and impossible to tell. But such joy to hear his laughter in her voice. Never have I felt such love for you, Lord. You guard your secret well. Jai Baba.
Thanks so much, Michael.
Can't hear you. Silence, his voice lips moving.
Hey, Jeff, you're silent.
You're on mute.
Wow. I don't know how I do that. So, shall we have a few, is there anything else, or should we have a few moments of silence? We're getting up to, we're after.
You got muted again. You might be pressing something with the side of your elbow or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, let's have a few moments of silence before we go on to close out the bars, okay? Jai Baba. Wow. Thank all of you. Boy, that's really great end to a day. Yeah. And we're going to get Adrian on I'm Blue, I'm Blue, I'm Blue, but, you know, we'll let her get by tonight.
For your mercy.
Yes, I'm being generously.
Hey,
Oh,
Jeff, are you only you're still only on Sundays and Tuesdays?
yeah.
Okay, that'll never change. Is that?
It might change. Things change. People change.
Well, no, I'm asking.
Yeah, that I don't know. I mean, I can't zoom from the center.
Oh, I see. That's right.
That's my handicap.
Because you were zooming before from the center.
Yeah.
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 What happened? Did you get busted?
Yeah, I guess they. You know, it's interesting because I did feel that people would like to have a live person. I mean, there are these beautiful things that they have programs every week, but they're not live. They're perform. You know,
Right.
it's nice to talk to a person. Yeah. I think there was
a lot of sweetness from those gatherings. Whenever whenever you were there, because it was like
they're on the sofa.
You were sharing with with us the energy of the center. I mean, it was just like coming through the screen. Not that you don't do that now. It's just like, I think just having a Zoom.
You're just getting the energy of North Myrtle Beach now. It's like yeah.
The energy of North Myrtle Beach.
Well,
Yes.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
Okay, well, Marinaz, I don't know if Marge is there. She's might doze off. Sham, are you still here?
People fall asleep sometimes.
And Jai's out in Seattle. It's not. Oh, that's Cameron there. Cameron, no, that's the younger one.
So that's our cat.
Anyway, I will see all of you guys, and trying to think if there's anything. Here's one of Mara's favorite quotes of Baba's. Seeds germinate in soft soil. I plant my seed of love, not in your strengths, but your weaknesses.
That was beautiful, Jeff.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what? Here's one from Mani. She would quote or say, I pray to you for strength to carry out your work. You gave me weakness, so I would depend on you.
Wow.
That's somebody next to Baba her whole life. I pray to you for strength to carry out your work. You gave me weakness, so I would depend on you. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
All right. Yeah. Well, see you guys. Have a nice life. I wish you all the success, and Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Thank you. Jai Baba, everyone.
Jai Baba.
Oh,
Jai Baba.
Jai Seema, bye-bye.
Wonderful time.
Carol.
Good night.
Yeah. Shireen was beautiful. See you, Priya.
Adios.
We're all going to get together at Priya's after this thing in Goa.
You guys in Goa.
A big wild weekend. Yeah. Plenty of fish. This is the fish capital of India, so we're going to really eat well.
Cashew capital also.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right? So of the world.
We lost her, I think.
But it is the cashew capital of the world.
Yeah.
Nice.
See you, Peter. Okay, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Baba.